What do you understand as resistance? How important does this word land in your mind right now? You are resisting. If I try to push a train and I have the absolute conviction that I will push and shift the train, how will I end up? If I go to the gym and my maximum weight is 80 pounds and I take 250, what will happen? When I am using arrogance as a primary fact of denial, I am okay, I am fine, I can sort out this by my own. What do you call this? Is it resistance something? If I'm chasing one thing, business, money, relationship, status, and the more I'm putting all my effort, the further it's going, am I resisting something? There is two types of pain. One that will make you stop no matter what. You cannot go further. And another one that is acceptable. Which one do we think we are resisting? Now, you are energy. You as reality, you are energy. Every single thing in this life vibrates energy. So we take for granted that resisting is something sterile that doesn't have weight, and it does. So when we resist, we are literally increasing that energy. We are becoming that energy. And it will blind us and it will keep us stuck. It will present itself as inhibition, and we will be scared. We will have fear. We will feel it like something frightening, something that is provoking stress. So the importance of acknowledging that you are energies has a profound and huge infinite effect on your style of life. This is Ralph. As a name, you don't really care how much what is my name, where I live, where I came from. What really touches your heart is what I am spelling. The voice, the tone, the language, the moment in your life you are listening to me is the expression of the impact of energies. You might not be ready to listen this video, and it's fine. Watch your energy. You might be enjoying this video right now with a cup of tea in your garden, having a wonderful time, and just ready and open to absorb. Watch your energy. You are not resisting. That's why we become one. So Ralph is something symbolic. Is a language, is a concept. Now what is Ralph? The same energy as you. So my intention in this video is to straight away go to your heart. When we allow the energy of life to flow, I'll give you an example. This is a huge distinction between mind, body, and spirit. Somebody in my family dies and it knocks me out. Phone rings, come and see your family, gone. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years after, I know you, and I ask you a question. Mind, it brings the image, but it doesn't come alone. It comes with the feeling you had at that time. Therefore, it would come with energy. You try to tell me the story, you get sensible and you cry. And you think, mind, I should have done the job to be able to express this without getting emotional. So let me cut off any sensible expression. And you try to stay steady. And as much as you can, you explain me what happened. We have already resisted that energy. What happens? It comes, it goes, it comes, and it comes with the feelings. Because the memory stores data and doesn't has the difference if of time, if the data is actual or not. It comes with data, image, and feelings, emotions, exact one. If when I was communicated that my family died, I felt so much regret. When the image comes, it comes with regret. It comes with the sensations in the body, and it comes fresh. So imagine if you are watching a film and every 10 minutes I pause it, I go behind. 10 minutes, I pause it, I go behind. 10 minutes forward, I pause it, I go behind. How would you feel watching the film like that? You are watching a series, you are enjoying, add in the middle. You are watching, add in the middle. It's frustrating, right? That's what happens with resistance. Now, the number of ads that you will have as an interruption of the film will determine how long you want to keep yourself in that state. You might end up saying, listen, I'll watch this another day. Or you might have a bitter taste. I don't want to continue. Or it might be a message of saying, how can I move to this next step that I can watch a film not having the possibility of having ads or interruptions? Now, the mind is how it works. Body only expresses. It's a different machine, belongs to the earth, is intelligent to heal, to express. This is going to the example of the two types of pain. I am in the gym and I'm feeling pain, but it's the pain of the muscle telling me, wow, I was sleeping, I was having fun, and you just brought me here to a walk. I am awakening. That's a different pain. Legs there, back there, chest, biggest muscles. So when you are telling the muscles, wake up, it will express himself in that type of pain. Now, when I come cold, I just step in the gym. By the way, this happens a lot here in the UK. Let me share with you to acknowledge this. We come fresh and we just take a lot of weight. What happens? The pain is different. One day, it stops you. You have to get out of the gym, obviously working, dragging your body. Why? Because the body expresses himself. So the body is an expression. When I bring the image and the emotion of my parent or my person that passed away, the body will express that feeling. Therefore, the body will not know if this is real, if it's not real. It obeys the mind. Now, power, spirit, soul, that's a different game. It doesn't make noise. It doesn't sound. It's powerful. Your soul doesn't need to prove you anything. It's just waiting for you to come back home. How do you recognize Ralph, how do I know that I'm playing from my soul? Peace. Slow motion. Anytime you find yourself in slow motion, tasting the coffee, taking the sun, walking in the garden without shoes, enjoying what you are doing no matter what, not feeling the urge to stop doing what you are doing, that is the expression of the soul. Love, patient moment. Now, what will create the distortion? Resistance. So now between body, mind, and spirit, there is a flow of energy that belongs subjectively to you. What is that, Raf? What do you mean? It means I will watch the body, what is expressing. I will see the mind if it's bringing an image or it's just blank receiving the reality. And I will watch the soul if it's going in slow motion and is allowing the flow of life. That is the power of resistance. Resistance is something that will always come. When do I know, Ralph, that I'm resisting? Once I was coaching a client. This is a wonderful example. And he brought to the table 20 things that was equally important for him. And he was frustrated that he couldn't choose. He didn't know if he was choosing the right one because he couldn't choose. He wasn't being present on the 20 issues, literally. And he was feeling a sensation. But he was telling me that everything was okay. Why? Because as a man, he was expected to deal with that, with those 20, sorry, I was about to say in Spanish, which is 20, 20 is 20 in Spanish. He was dealing with those 20 things at the same point, at the same time, but he was refusing and resisting to acknowledge that there was a pain. Remember the two types of pain, one that was stopping him. So he was literally creating the inhibition. He couldn't choose. Of course, you are resisting the sense, what the body is telling you. I am between 20 avenues and I am feeling that right now I need to ask the soul, intuition, alignment, what I have to do. But because I'm a man, society expects from me, I have to just jump into avenues. I'll go to this one, I'll go to this other one. So we resist. Okay, so Ralph has a space because the coach doesn't have any merit. This is not coming here to brag, I did this. No, sorry. We are a team. We are unity. The left hand is equally valuable as the right. And two of them in action, they can take us so far. So the coach and the coachee, as a unity, is where the power comes. So I said, okay, take a deep breath. And between each breath, count from 0 to 5 as slow as you can. Now, why is this? It seems like a nonsense, but it brings you to the present. Now bring the image of the mind in front of 20 avenues, willing to take the same action. All of them equally important. And let's give an expression, a texture of what you are feeling. Don't give it a name, just stay with it. So this was funny because he said, I'm a man, I can do with this. I'm a man. Yes, I can. I will do it. Yes. But we could see that behind that, he was scared. Behind that, he was exhausted. Behind that, there was a pain telling him, I will stop you. To the point where you will not even have the chance to choose. Some element of the three important of your energy was missing, the soul. So I said, now, are we able to switch anything in our mind and bring just a positive change? Just a positive thinking, thought? Can we attract as magnetic? Can we bring a positive way of thinking? Now, those 20 avenues, can we think that we are lucky enough to have multiple options? Starting point. Now we were shifting from being stressed, we were becoming to see that, oh wow, how beautiful it is to have the opportunity to have 20 options. We tried to bring gratitude. The energy was shifting. Just to think, oh, I'm lucky to stay in this. Try this. I'm lucky to stay in a state where possible stress is able to be there. Now you say, Ralph, is a paradox. You want me to be happy because I'm stressful? No. I want you to acknowledge that you are acknowledging the stress. I want you to acknowledge that you already know that the soul is missing. So I told him stress is not outside. Stress is the expression of resistance. I have to go and pick up my child. The motorway is stuck. I'm resisting to accept that the motorway is stuck. Now, when I accept it and I say, motorway is stuck, let me just read 2 pages. Let me contemplate this route. Let me just slow down a bit. Now, I am allowing the soul, remember, slow motion, to take chance. It's unshakable and the power is infinite when it comes from the soul. When the soul is driving the car of your life, it's powerful. Why? Because it is aligned with the universe. You are directed by a higher power. So when the soul says, for example, in my client, so we started from positive, we bring gratitude, and the next step we went to was, what is this situation trying to unfold? I will join the 20 avenues and I will see what is common as a message, not as the outcome, as a message. And now, am I ready to slow down and choose only one of the 20? Doing the one, I am feeding the 20 at the same time. When you sleep, you don't only rest, you repair, you recover, you give love to yourself. So the impact of just resting, a simple siesta, 20 minutes, a simple resting one night in the week. I'm sorry, but today is sleep time. I am just fulfilling the time I need to sleep. What you are doing is you are allowing the universe. You are bringing love. You are shifting the priority. And that rest knows that implies that your mind is fresh, your body is fresh, your actions are clear. So it's a ripple effect. So those 20 things, we had to choose one that single thing was enabled to feed the rest. So for example, one of his struggle was to know what to do. We struggle sometimes. What do I have to do now? What is the priority? We don't know what to do. We want to take the phone. We want to eat something. We want to drink water. We don't want it. We would like to do this. Now, okay, what's the one thing that will feed the rest? In his case, we said, and this was very challenging for him, I will invite you to take 5 days without doing anything. My intention was to allow the soul to take ownership, to succumb the mind to the instructions of the soul. So the mind will not drive the car because the mind goes from logic. Remember all my videos, I tell you, logic is pragmatic, is useful to solve problems. But when it comes to deeper understanding, it's limited. The mind cannot explain you from when you are being created. It's limited. The soul will just reframe that you exist. And that's the highest meaning that you can bring to life. Why do you exist? Because you exist. Finish. It will not create you a type of God, with bigotry, with strong, white, black. It will not create you all of those things. It will just reaffirm you. Can you breathe? Can you hear? Can you see? You exist. That's it. So when it comes to understanding, it is interesting to allow the soul, the life, to give us the very thing we need. Now, the body, we watch the body, how is expressing. It's impossible for you to enjoy a lovely coffee in your garden with the birds sounding and to be rushing. It's impossible. You will slow down. You will feel it. It's impossible to be playing with your dog and to be rushing. When you are connected with the dog, with your kids, how beautiful it is to kiss our kids and to see how they melt. Will you rush that process? Now, therefore, very, 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 very happy and grateful. My client not could only allow the soul, he regained his power. And what we try to solve from the mind, sometimes the universe will solve it. The spirit, the intuition, your wisdom, and allowing the universe, it will show it through you. And without doing anything, just 5 days for himself, I told him, you will give yourself a reward every single day, no matter. I want you to have your time of coffee, your time of going to the nature or walking. You block your time, non-negotiable. And you don't do anything of those 20 things. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean being passive. I mean not doing anything. So, for example,